So a lot of stuff has been shown off, a lot to look at and talk about. First thing that I want to talk about is it's confirmed that the release date is July 15th. The raid date is July 19th. So I'll reiterate that later, but those 2 days, if you're majorly into Destiny, mark them down. The other thing that I want to talk about, and I will... Where is it? Where's the timeline? Sorry guys, give me 2 seconds. Timeline's like up here. Here it is. So, the way that they explain this working, right, is you've got this comes out, Season Reclamation. Seasons are changing. They are no longer paid for. There's no longer like a split between free and paid for content. It's all just content. You get the new reward pass here. That's going to be July, August, September, October, November. So it's going to be 6 months between. This is going to be 6 months between here and the Ash of Iron update, which will be on September 9th. No. Yes. Sorry, 3 months. This will be 3 months. This will be 3 months. So it's a 6-month expansion. As you can see here, all of it's available. Everything in the expansion will be the new story content, the new location of Kepler. There'll be the new mission type, the new weapons, armor, and the new raid, and the new dungeon coming in Renegades. The major update, which is this, will just be new and reprised gear as it says here. You can read, you can see it, I don't need to explain it to you. The big thing that I want to note about Ash and Iron is that we will be returning to the Plague Lands as they said. So we are getting a new location in the mini update. As well as they did say that the seasonal and the update stuff, that will be sticking around and it won't be going away like normal things would. Then we're getting Season of the Renegades within December. So they said that there'll be a reveal event. But if we go along to here and we just watch, this is a little bit of a teaser for Renegades. They said that it is essentially how there's this new frontier forming in the Sol system, but it is very, very obvious that Bungie are working very heavily with Lucasfilm and Star Wars, and Renegades is going to be that Star Wars focused event. So we've got a lot of that coming. If we talk about this page quickly, they explain this as instead of opening the director, you will have this new screen, which will be basically it's called the portal. It's where you're going to launch all of your activities from, and where you're going to then sit back and relax, and choose what you want to do. So down here, you've got the solo ops. These are designed for solo play. Fire team ops, these are going to be your strikes, your dungeons, those type of things. Pinnacles, I think, are raids and that type of content, the hard end. And then Crucible ops, which is going to be Crucible. Up in the top left, you're going to have whichever expansion is there. You're going to have the tower. You can have whichever event is active or coming. You can have the seasonal challenges and rewards and dailies. And then you're going to have your quick play. I don't know what these are going to be, but we will find out later on, I'm sure. Up here, we have the store, as always, the season pass, the quests, and the world tab. I assume the world tab is going to be your destinations tab. But as they also then showed off a little bit after, if I can find it. Here it is. So this is your fire team ops. So you've got your normal playlist, you've got the advanced, expert, master version of everything. Then you have your challenges. As you go down, I'm sure that they'll be there, and it shows you what you'll get for each one. They also did mention, if we go back a little bit to here, in the Crucible ops, something that they haven't done since the Crucible came out, you can now play Crucible and hit max level. They did say that there'll be a new leveling guide. That I'm not too sure about because they didn't really go into too much detail. We're going to back up because I want to talk about the weapons. They did talk about Rider the 9, but I'm not too concerned about Rider the 9 right now. Oh, yeah, what everyone's going to be talking about. They said that using this ball thing, you can activate dark matter abilities, which are like your deep sight, this new destination of Kepler, and that gives you the ability to interact with certain things. So if you see there, they use that, and then they go into Matter Spark, which is going to be a new way to traverse and play the game. It seems like it's going to be very limited at first. It doesn't seem like it's an activation ability, but more of a you're here and you can activate it. So, following that, we zoom through because I want to talk about some of the gameplay that they showed off. Here we go. So this is gameplay of the new destination. Honestly, beautiful destination. Beautiful, beautiful. It is going to be Fallen themed and the House of Exiles here. Another thing that I noticed and that I am very excited for. These Fallen not only have strain and stasis abilities, they are brand new enemy types. So there are new enemy types coming, not only Fallen, but also Vex. As you can see there, there's a new Vex unit. I don't think we saw the name of it. That's a new ability that they said is coming. But as you can see, they are different Fallen. So this is definitely an exotic hand cannon, whatever this is. But yeah, as you can see, these bio thing, yeah, you can see flying Fallen here. These are called Corsairs. But it seems like some of the Fallen are mutating with it. Here is a screenshot of New Land Beyond, a new exotic gun. As you can see, all the new enemy types. The Vex are also here, and there's the ball once again. Looking really freaking cool. Where did they talk about the gear? Because I want to talk about the new gear types. Oh, and if we go here, this is our new character. His name is Lodi. My current theory is that Lodi is a character that is ripped through time and ended up here, and he's not a Guardian. He is from the collapse, or just before the collapse, and was ripped through time by the 9. So that's what I'm assuming he is. Where is... They spoke about the gear after. It's after this. Here it is. So here's a screenshot of our new menu. That's obviously our new artifact. As you can see, they said that these here are set bonuses. So having a full set will give you certain bonuses, as well as how they talked about the stats are going to be changing, and how stats will now be able to go over 100, and they'll give you a extra boost if they go over 100. And here's a new look at the new screen. You can have up to 11 energy now. From what they said, you don't need to unlock the energy. It's going to be free, and that you'll upgrade this for a tier system, because there is these tier systems in the top right now. And basically, the higher the tier, I think tier 5 they said was the highest, the better it would be. So as you can see, here are the 2 set bonuses. You get one for 2 pieces and 4 pieces. I don't think class items are included, but I assume they did 4 pieces because you want to run 1 exotic. Shortly after this, they showed off the auto rifle. This is one of the new weapons. Something they didn't talk about, and I'll zoom back to the gameplay in a minute. Ammo generation. I don't know what this is. They did not talk about it. But if we go back to a point where there was gameplay, not of the ball, here, down in the bottom left, there are 2 meters, 2 new meters, a green one and a purple one. I assume this is going to be part of the new ammo system. I hope that we get a lot more details on how this functions, and if it's like getting kills with your primary increases both. I assume it's probably going to be similar to how Transcendence works, where getting kills with a special give you more heavy ammo, and heavy ammo give you more special ammo, and then kinetic does a little bit of each. What else was there to talk about? Oh, here is the pre-orders for the Year of Prophecy. You get the New Land Beyond. You get these 3 armor sets for what I assume is Warlock, Titan, Hunter, as well as these emblems and the Ghost. This is, as I discussed in my last video, the Collector's Edition. Fucking beautiful statue. I don't know if I'm going to buy it, but I'm excited to. Let me just have a quick look through to see if there's anything else that I want to discuss. Yeah, see, there's more of the new enemy types, as well as it seems that this is a new type of pulse rifle that will have a homing rocket if you lock on. I'm liking the new Fallen variants. They look very cool. This new Vex one looks really cool as well. I hope that we get a lot more new enemy types. I think they... Oh, it's the Coral... Wait. Imp Swarm, that's what it's called. Because they obviously tested the Dire Taken back in... or not back, during Heresy. Strand Pike Fallen. But yeah, they obviously had the new Dire Taken in Heresy. So they're obviously updating all of the factions as the year goes on. I assume in Ash and Iron we might see an update to another faction like the Hive, or maybe even the Cabal, even though the Cabal kind of already got one. That is the quick rundown. The only other thing, here's more gameplay of the ball, which they showed off a lot of. The only other thing that I could talk about would be Rights at the Nine, which they showed off somewhere around here. Oh, there's another thing. This thing, it's a Sparrow with guns. Like, I have nothing else to say. It's got guns. It's very cool. I don't know. They said that we'll get our hands on it on Friday when Heavy Metal comes out. This will be a reward for the Heavy Metal event. They also said that there were going to be more events. Oh, and then there was this. They are adding a shooting range where you can test and everything. This is going to be a permanent addition to the tower, which is going to be awesome. We've desperately needed this for a very long time. So far, I'm just going to pause it here and give my overall thoughts of the event. I thought it went really well. I really, really enjoyed all the changes that they're bringing, everything that's coming along. Apart from that, yeah, I just think it was overall really good. I might make a more in-depth video when they go into things, or not go into things, when they do a TWID about Destiny and what's coming and a revamp of everything. But for now, that is about it. I do want to reiterate that the release date is July 15th. So anyone wanting the days off work, do plan around that. The raid is on the 19th, so it'll be the following Saturday or Friday. It'll be 4 days after the raid launches, or after the expansion launches. Yep, that is it for the video. If you liked it, please subscribe. It's a little bit more chaotic than what I'm usually used to doing. It is because I am filming this midstream, and I want to get this out as soon as possible for anyone that wants to see it. So thank you for watching. Do hit subscribe, and I am streaming right now, so come along and watch.